This has been my entire life so far. Being a baby, Lego time, and oh, I'm an adult now. Can we go back to Lego time? After realizing this, I decided the only solution is to spend 50 hours building as much as possible. So to start, let's clarify our rules. For the next 50 hours, all I'm allowed to do is stay in this room to build and think about Lego. I am so excited. There will be no outside entertainment or stimulation unless specifically talked about. Now I do need to like eat and sleep to survive, so I will be doing that, but I'll be sleeping on this couch, so the Lego will still be on my mind. And I have a fun idea for the food. We'll get to that later. Please understand these rules are flexible because I do not know what I'm doing. Let me get our big old timer set up. Oh, I guess here we go. For the first hour, I had no problem coming up with ideas. It's kind of hard for me not to think about monkeys, and a gorilla seemed like the easiest one to build, so I started collecting a bunch of black pieces. Another little bonus rule is I don't use real instructions. Like, I think it'll be more fun if I kind of just come up with my own things. Since I had to sift through a bunch of Lego to find the pieces I needed, I kept getting distracted by old sets I used to have. Oh man, I don't even remember what these race cars were, but I remember thinking they were super sick. Anyway, it was going pretty smooth, but only half an hour in, I realized something. I'm already pretty tired going into this, which is probably not a great sign, but hey, maybe the tiredness will spark more creativity, you know? Surely this won't end up being a problem, right? Anyway, I finished up the gorilla and we were off to a pretty solid start. Oh, that's kind of awesome, guys. I'm pretty happy with it. We've got a perfect little like mantle shelf thing here. So sorry, beetles. Incredible. That took us basically an hour. And if we totally ignored sleeping and eating, that'd be like a build an hour, 50 builds. For the next build, I was just gonna move on to another ape. I'm being serious, they're kind of just the default thought for me. But I realized there probably weren't enough orange pieces. No, I don't think an orangutan is happening. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, I found a banana we can put by the gorilla. But after a few minutes, I found a piece that finally made me think of something else. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make an evil swordfish, as you can see by the evil teeth on the front of his head. Oh, also I need his flippers. That's like a main part of fish. I found a blue hinge, which could help with our color coordination. I should probably explain these are not nearly all my Legos. Like, this is the whole collection of years and years of me and my siblings collecting. Oh, I just actually broke one. I gave him a little hat, look at that. Oh, you know what would be sweet? If he could just like stand up on his own. So it's like he's flipping around and his tail's curving this way. And then like he stands just using that. That'd be awesome. I know that playing with Lego for a couple hours seems super fun and easy, but going for this long already took so much energy. Oh, I'm so tired. What would it be like to just lay in all these? Ugh, not super comfy. Kind of interesting experience though. I'll have to take some photos in this. Hopefully one of those will look decent enough. Yo, another perfect piece. If that doesn't scream evil swordfish, I don't know what does. Here was the first major sign of distraction. That's a crazy feeling. But luckily I was able to pull it together and I found this really satisfying connection. Ooh. That's so nice. It like kind of changes the vibe of the teeth, but I think it's just like a kind of cool curve going on. Anyway, onward. As I kept looking for specific pieces, I came across an old friend. So this was forever ago, but I remember building this little horse. Obviously that's a pretty dumb build, but like, that's just so interesting. He gets to go on the shelf. And I wanted the swordfish to join him up there, so I finished him off. All right, fellas, check it out. This is what he looks like. He's got an actual sword as his sword. He's also holding a little dagger and a fish in case he's hungry. And his fin goes like this, which isn't normal for fish, but he's part dolphin, so that's why it's like that. Anyway, let's add him to our collection. For the next couple hours, I made a post on Instagram to get some suggestions. Then I got some food since I started the challenge at 2:26 p.m. on a Friday. I would have needed food anyway, but I don't know, I just feel like that was a weird time to start. Now, I said at the start that I had a fun idea for making the food interesting and Lego related, and that was to build my own utensils to use, but I'm now realizing that is such a gross idea. There's just no way. They've got years worth of children grime on there, you know? I'm instantly seeing this piece, which could be an awesome bun piece, I think, like the top, you know? Man, my neck is hurting. I am not used to being like this. Maybe it'll have to be a really little hamburger. Yeah, like something like this. They fit perfect together. So I'm just gonna find some little ingredients to fit in here. I know it might seem like a cop-out to build this out of literally 6 pieces, but I like it, okay? Hamburger. Okay, so before I started, I came up with this fun little idea where we have a big old wheel with a bunch of things on it. Let's just spin it and see what it gives us. Suggestion time. It's almost like that's exactly what we just did. Next one, come on. Speed build, okay. What does that even mean? I didn't really have an idea for this. I just thought that speed build sounded kind of cool, but I ended up deciding on 10 minutes to come up with and finish an entire build. So let's just start it and, oh goodness, okay. This timer feels a lot faster compared to the big one we've been looking at this whole time. I wasted the first couple minutes brainstorming, and once I did have an idea, I got it. I was having a hard time actually building what I had in my head. This is not going how I want it to. Oh goodness, we have like half the time. And having to search for every single piece on the ground was not helping. This goes here. No, fit, go, yes. Oh, this one. But anyway, I was able to finish it off with a couple seconds to spare. I did it. Stop. All right, check it out, guys. It's a frying pan with an egg. Look at that. Hey, it's not my best work, but is it the worst? I like to think it's not. Yep, there you go. I am quite tired. And honestly kind of lonely. Like I'm so used to doing Legos with friends or whatever. This is so sad. I decided it would be fun to invite friends over to build with me, but they won't show up until day 2, so I have a lot of time to be alone. Surely we'll be fine if I just lay down for a minute, right? I could actually fall asleep right now, I think. So we're coming up almost to 1/10 of the way through the challenge. Jeez Louise, this is gonna be long. I decided to make a YouTube post for suggestions too. Then I moved on to make a Christmas tree. Ooh, here's an actual leaf piece. Oh, here's some more. Yeah, maybe I can use these. I spent a little time gathering various green pieces, and I realized that being on the floor was probably a big reason why I was getting so tired. So what I'm thinking is we bring in one of these. Oh, yeah, this will be way better, I think. I gotta just figure out how to get it all on here. Okay, we got the cashews, Capri Sun. Think we're about ready to go. You think this is what the like Lego professional people do? Like when they need to come up with new sets, they just sit with a huge pile of Legos and noodle around. I think this is a pretty fun idea. But I got these pieces that are angling these big leaves down. The problem is I need one more piece like this one. It was easy to get creative with the table selection, but once I had specific ideas that needed very specific pieces like these guys, I had to get back on the floor and search. That's also gonna be something super nice about when people come over, hopefully, is we can like help each other find pieces, you know? Crawling around on the floor like this felt so primal, like I'm a monkey scavenging for grubs or something. It was pretty tiring and kind of just broke my neck and back, but finding the pieces I needed felt so good. Yes. Oh, that's so good to see. This is actually a pretty nice looking pine tree. I'm pretty happy with it. It's all completely symmetrical, like diagonally, starting here or whatever, except there's a tiny Easter egg. I thought this little eyeball was kind of funny. I put it there on accident, but you know, I thought it was worth keeping. I'm not super psyched about the top of it. It might also be a smart idea to like put ornaments on this or something, but it would like kill me to ruin the symmetry. Ha, tree. Ugh. Now I'm gonna check in on those posts and see if we have any more suggestions. There gotta be enough pieces for a Lego Death Star in there, plus another Death Star, totally. But for now, I have a little surprise for you guys. And it's not a fun one. So I'm going to college right now, and we've got finals next week, and I really just planned this at the worst possible time. But I have a really long flashcard streak, and I don't wanna lose it, okay? I think I need to learn how to manage my time a little better so that this doesn't happen again. And luckily, I found a class for that over on today's sponsor, Skillshare. I've been taking this Notion masterclass to help organize my life and hopefully put out even more projects that I'm proud of. Skillshare is a platform with classes for things like drawing, music, coding, crafts, photography, and basically anything else to feed your creative mind. Seriously, most of these classes I've scrolled through seem like they'd be super cool skills to learn. I want to build an RC plane. That's awesome. And while learning new skills is great, these classes are led by industry experts, so you can level up your existing hobbies or passions. My job is making videos, but I know there's a lot more for me to learn from people like this guy. He knows some stuff about YouTube. I think I'm gonna check this one out. And after sorting out my calendar, maybe I'll have more time to learn about my other hobbies. The first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Get started today. Anyway, I think we gotta cap off today with a Death Star. I think I have a pretty solid idea for it already, so I'm just gonna kind of go for it. The problem with Lego is I like lock in so hard that I just forget to talk, and I can't like build and talk at the same time. This might be my favorite one so far. I think it might be the most well-made. Now, just a quick warning, it's been a long time since I've seen any Star Wars, so don't expect total accuracy with this one. You know, I was gonna save the reveal for the end, but I think it'll be cool for you guys to see the process on this one too. It's gonna be a Death Star, get it? Because it's like a skull, and it's gonna be a star behind it. I just put some black bricks behind these white ones. And then when we include this little window piece, to me that kind of looks like a nose, you know? It's got a little hole in it, and then on the other side, I've got this one. And that way I can put it in like this, and it can just totally rotate wherever it wants. I really scored with these top round pieces. They really helped out, giving off some papyrus vibes. Now that the main skull was done, I moved on to the star. Also, I keep noticing like some of these bricks are not official Lego. Definitely colored differently. And I think a lot of people make a big deal about like only using official Lego. If you ask me, they're all the same. It's a brick, it's a plastic brick. Making the actual star shape was surprisingly hard. How do you do it? I thought this would be a lot easier. But eventually, it looked all right. Help me name him, please. And someone draw him, that would be so awesome. I thought I was done, but he was too front heavy to stand, so I moved on to build the back of the skull. What time is it? It's 1 in the morning. I remember thinking I was gonna go to bed at like 11, maybe 10. I could go for another 4 hours. I basically just added some white pieces onto the back, and there was a little hollow spot where I put some pink pieces so he'd have a brain. Skeletons really just don't have brains. I don't know why I did that. How about they're holding hands? That's so cute. Well, guys, I'm kind of hyped. At this point, I was just running off the excitement of building something I liked, but to keep myself in check, I realized I should probably wrap up the day with some food and backing up the footage and everything, which brings us to
the EP time setup. As you can see, we've got the Lego clearly in view.
Legos will basically be my whole peripheral, so hopefully I'll come up with some good ideas in my dreams. Anyway, I still have my creations lit up, and of course the big timer's still going. I think it kind of adds to the vibes, you know? Just kidding, I'm gonna turn them off. But anyway, with that, I will see you tomorrow.
So I slept pretty hard last night, not gonna lie. I pulled the timer back up and it looks like we're at 28.5 hours left. I let myself sleep in a little bit because it was like 3 or 4 when I actually got everything wrapped up and was trying to sleep. Anyway, I'm just gonna go shower real quick and get some breakfast, and we should be good to go.
I started off day 2 with my self-portrait. I came across another burger bun and knew I had to use it, so I essentially started building from top to bottom, which quickly got me to the glasses.
Here's a kind of fun piece. See that?
I spent the next 20 minutes figuring out how to actually attach the circles on, but I ended up with this. So I've kind of got like the face started. So we started with this piece, and it's just a pretty simple like series of things attaching right there, meaning that it sticks out just the right amount. Oh, if I find another one of these, that would be a perfect nose. I know this has got to be riveting content, just watching me be bent over and hearing Lego ASMR. I made sure both eyes were secure, then I managed to extend the nose so that it would be a little more realistic. Oh, I just snapped that whole Lego. If I really wanted to, I could even connect the glasses probably, where it's like this sort of thing. It goes like a little far in, like it's touching my actual eyeballs. It's not the worst though. I'll keep it there for now. Then I moved on to shaping up the hair. I tried to basically throw in whatever random shapes I could. I gave myself the challenge of including a broom, chair, and gate in there somehow, and I was already off to a good start. That's a perfect broom handle. Yeah, okay. I was starting to get a vision of the pieces way down the line, but I was getting ahead of myself. I needed to spend a little more time building out the middle to support all the details I was coming up with. I need to do this more often, man. This is awesome. Sorry, I kind of went in Zen mode and didn't say anything for like probably a few hours. I don't even know. Anyway, we've got some seriously awesome progress on this so far. I'm really loving how it's turning out. Some pieces keep falling off. The mouth is kind of just that line. Maybe it's just too thick. Is that the problem? Now that seems almost too thin. But it was good enough, so I moved on to the beard and broke 3 pieces. What? Oh, I really needed that. What? That piece just broke too. I didn't even do anything. No, I keep breaking pieces. That's like never happened to me before today. I'm just so strong. So sad. I tried my best to finish it off, but pretty soon it was time for the Lego party. Here are the contestants.
My name is William, and I've been a professional Lego person for 29 minutes now, and I just gotta say, these guys are going down.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I've been Owen's friend for a little bit. Yeah, Legos are fun.
Hi, I'm Lilith. I don't do Legos. Yep.
I showed off my creations real quick. Well, I was imagining like a swordfish dolphin, you know?
Yeah, normal.
Yeah. And everyone got to building. It was really interesting seeing what kind of things everyone decided to do. Andrew and William both kicked off with some vehicles, being an F1 car and this thing. Kinda sick. Lilith started with a banana, and I just kept going with my head that I'd been doing for 7 hours. Having the whole group there was honestly a really nice change of pace, because instead of spending the whole time looking for pieces, we could just make everyone else do it for us. You guys want to get me some black bricks? Thank you. Except for when Lilith was building Sonic from memory, William just decided to start stashing away all the blue pieces, and all of us were so dialed into our builds that we didn't notice at all. They all got waves of distraction, very similar to my experience so far.
Whoa! Guys, this is so hard.
Hello and welcome to Lego ASMR.
Slowly, we ended up with a few more builds, and William finally revealed his scheme.
Apparently it takes less time to build a Sonic than it takes to get all the blue pieces. I call it Ocean.
We kept going for a while with varying degrees of success, and then it was time for everyone to go. Back to their real adult lives, but not me. All right, so everybody's gone now. I'm just gonna go over everything that we built real quick. First off, from Lilith, we got the big banana. We got this sick race car by Andrew. Looks like it can do wheelies. It's got the little guy in there. Oh, I didn't see this guy before. I don't know who did this. It's a little frog on a circle. That's it. Then we got Sonic from memory. Honestly, really solid. Check out the ring. You got the shoes.
Caked up.
That's crazy. And he's got the bendable arms. Then another from Lilith, we got this guy, kind of just a fun little character. Then the collaboration effort from Lilith and Andrew, we got a really chill guy. Then Will never showed his off, but first we got this car, kind of sick. And this big guy that's kind of dismantled now. I believe it was something like this. Kind of a fun little stomper. Then I was able to finally finish my self-portrait. The hair's a little long and not quite as poofy as mine is right now. Also looks like Andrew snuck this in the back. Now I guess I'm just gonna be building even more for the next 17 hours. Jeez. By this point, I was completely wiped. Without the people there to build along with me and push me to keep going, I just laid down for a while. Would I even be able to make something as good as that self-portrait with the remaining time? But then, who's to say any of those are better than the others? The egg, F1 car, this, the purple thing. Everything here was put together in a way that only these 4 people would. Even William's ocean. It might just seem like a heap of blue blocks, but that pile only got there because William wanted to stop Lilith from building Sonic the Hedgehog. And all those blocks were only there because me and my siblings collected them all. Then I decided to play with them for this video. Even before that, they were all in specific bags, boxes, stores, and whatever factories that they make plastic out of. Every single piece is only here in this room because hundreds of events perfectly lined up with each other. All of these things, ocean, these guys holding hands, and all the blocks that got broken because I'm just so freaking strong. Who's to say any of these are more valuable than the others when each had just as significant of a journey as the rest? This swordfish dolphin is no more important than the same pieces scattered around the room, or put back together as a seal scorpion thing. No matter how I shape them, they're just as awesome. These blocks look cool after I build them up like this, but maybe they're just as cool in a big pile or in a 15-gallon IKEA bin waiting for the next person to add to the story. They can be whatever you want. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Whatever you make is gonna be awesome. So, just go build something.